Hello, what's up, what is zoo, it's Alexis Verde coming through. So, hi, I hope you like that introduction. Today am going to be talking about affirmations, the power of affirmations, and how you can utilize affirmations in your life in order to attract, manifest, or whatever you want into your life. So little tidbit. So, what are affirmations? That's what we're going to start off with, right? Yeah. What are affirmations? So, affirmations are basically it's a declaration. It's a statement. It's a positive statement, usually simply like stating and putting out there what you believe to be true and what you want to grow and what you want to attract to you and or like hold on to, because I say what you believe to be true because affirmations, the way you're gonna state it is in a way that it's true. For example, I'm doing this video because I started to explain affirmations with my mom the other day. She's becoming curious about all this and it's making me really happy. And so I told her, so you want to use statements such as like I am statements, or you want to use statements such as I decide or I choose to. Basically different empowering ways to start the phrase off. But what you want to focus on, like the key to affirmations, is that it's something that is happening in the present and it's something that is believable for you, because you want it to be like true, so to speak. So for example, I'm gonna use my example of, let's say, consistency. So in 2018, I want to practice being more consistent with things. So I would say, I'm not going to say, okay, so what I wouldn't put is that I will become more consistent or I want to be more consistent. And why is that? Why don't you want to say I will or I want? Now, you don't want to state those because it's implying that you don't have it already, and it's implying that it's in the future. So with affirmations, you want to stay in the present, and you want to use statements that are already sort of true. So, for example, with consistency, instead of saying I will or I want to be more consistent, you would say I am working. Oh no, or no, let's not even that. Like I am becoming more consistent, like literally, like I am becoming more consistent, because if this is something that you want, like it's happening, right? So and that's putting it in the moment, and it's also a true statement. So your subconscious mind or your conscious mind is not gonna completely just be like, what? No, you're not. Like I am becoming more consistent. Like I can believe that I'm becoming more consistent because it's something that I want and I've been working towards it already. So I am becoming more consistent. So it's like a gradual thing, because it isn't one like, I'm finally here, I'm a consistent person, it's just it's gradual with all this stuff. So that would be an example, like I am becoming more consistent. Or you could even say I love being consistent, because you also want to think, okay, in the past, have you ever been consistent? And if so, then you know what that feeling feels like. You know what it feels like when you performed well and you executed time after time after time for however long of a time span, and maybe someone else was like, maybe you were doing something for someone else and you were being consistent for them, and so you remember how that made them feel, that they were like proud of you and that they really appreciated that you came through. So for me to say that I love when I am consistent, that's a true statement, because I did love when that person affirmed me for that. So you want to stay in the present. You want to state things that actually are true. And maybe you just want it to be more of a true statement for you, because you can be consistent sometimes, and you might have like little examples, but if you want to become the person that is all the time consistent, then an affirmation can help you, and you will start to identify with just consistent. Like when someone is asking, oh, how would you describe yourself? Like you will be able to put I'm consistent in there, and you'll be confident that that is something that aligns with you and who you are. So another one could be like patience, for example. That's personally for me, I definitely need to work on my patience, and yeah, so I would write I am a patient person. I am sometimes, you know. So I would focus on having that become something that I want to have in my life, and that I want to be like my homeostasis. I want that to be normal for me, like patience. So what else about affirmations can I explain from what my understanding is? Well, I can tell you all that when I was living in Costa Rica, I would have these kind of note cards, and I would just get like a Sharpie and write on them like whatever I want. For example, I was learning Spanish at the time. That's why I moved to Costa Rica. So I wrote like I am fluent in Spanish, or but not, actually I don't know if that was one because it wasn't true. I would say like I learned Spanish easily, or every day I am improving in my Spanish, like stuff like that, because it was actually true for me, and but it was just reminding me, and it was keeping it there, and it was attracting even more like learning and understanding of the language. And I was also learning piano at this, or I mean I still am, but that's when I started learning keyboard and piano. So I would write, I learned piano easily and effortlessly. I learned piano in my sleep. Piano comes so easily to me. Music theory, I just understand music theory. Like I would write that kind of stuff, and all different types of other things too, like with confidence and stuff.